Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the studio. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Harry Potter. We've learned so much in the world of filmmaking and so much in the world of camera tricks, of composition, of understanding how a frame fits together with the 180-degree rule and motivated lighting. And I think we have earned, personally, a game. I think that we deserve a game. I think that it's time to have a little bit of fun. And so I'm here. I've collected some shots. I've collected behind-the-scene footage. And I've collected from my own thoughts a series of multiple-choice questions. And what we're going to do is we are going to play a game of can you guess what is real, what is special effects in the Harry Potter films. And so I'm going to go ahead and switch to this video real quick. I'm going to start playing it. I got my good buddy here today, Wyatt. Say hello.
I got a camera.
You got a camera.
Weird.
Yep. And so Wyatt is going to be here. He's going to be playing along, and I want you to interact with us. So whether it's in the comments, whether you're shouting it out in the space that you are currently in, or you're just thinking it in your mind, I want you to guess along with us. So this is going to be a very fun game. We're going to watch a clip from the Harry Potter movies. I'm going to give you a multiple choice, and then we are going to see a behind-the-scenes clip, sometimes a picture, to show you what's actually true. So, Wyatt, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go with the first clip. Let's watch it. Okay, so this is the practice, and I chose not to use audio too much, so you might not hear it. So this is where them practicing with the broom. All right. Very interesting special effect. He's flying up. All right. That's a lot of fun. That's always a fun one from the first film. So, my first series of multiple choice questions, Wyatt, is to get that broom with him on it up in the air, did they use wires? Did they use a crane? Was it all green screen, so he was separate from the footage, from like on the set? Or was there nothing? It's magic. What you think?
That last one, I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to X-nay that one.
Okay.
That's not it.
What do you think?
I feel like it's a trick question. Are you saying for the whole scene that we saw?
For how they got the broom up in the air.
Up in the air?
Yeah, for dirt.
That's wires.
So you think that's wires?
That's wires.
You're going with A, wires? That's a great answer.
I'm gonna say wires. It looks like wires to me.
All right, let's go ahead and go back to the clip. Let's see what we have. We got a little bit of a behind the scenes thing coming up for you. Here it is. All right, he's getting pulled up. What is that behind him?
That's an arm. That's a crane.
Well, look at it when it goes up in the air. So he's shifting around, and then it takes him up. Look at that. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right. So right off the bat,
I should have guessed that.
Yeah. So all right. So you
the
already
way it moved from behind him.
Yeah.
I should have guessed.
Yeah.
Crane, yeah.
So you already can't take 100% on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not going to win with a 100% score. So
All right.
We'll see what the next question holds.
So let's go ahead and watch the next one and see if Wyatt does a little bit better on this one. Let me know in the comments as we go along. Are you getting it correct? Like what do you know? And if you already know the answer to some of these, well, it's cheating, but I'll let it count. All right. Let's watch the next one. Okay, the footage I had to grab off YouTube, so it's a little bit odd. So we have the snake door. And this was always a super cool effect.
The Chamber of Secrets.
The Chamber of Secrets. He's talking in snake language. It's got that cool Dutch angle.
Parcel mouth.
All right. And then we got this cool slithering snake effect. That looks so cool. And then it finishes it up, and the door opens. There you have it. All right, you ready for the multiple choice?
Yeah.
All right, so the multiple choice is everything Harry Potter's looking at is animated. The wall, the door, everything. Next is just the snakes on the door are animated. Next is the entire door is animated. And then finally, nothing is animated. It's all real. It's all practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
This one's tough.
It is tough.
Because I thought this was all practical.
Okay.
The lighting is so well done.
Yeah.
That it looks real.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, everything in the Harry Potter, for the most part, except maybe the Quidditch games in the first couple films, everything looks amazing, regardless of if it's real or not. So what do you think? You got all of it's animated.
I'm going to call nothing. Nothing's animated.
It's all practical effects. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, behind the scenes. Look at that.
The lighting is too real on the snake.
Isn't that wild, though?
The way that the lighting hits the snake, it's too dynamic.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
That's one of the best practical effects I've ever seen.
That's truly amazing.
Yes.
I don't know
the mechanics of
that.
Of it all just slithering around.
And the fact that they built it.
Absolutely.
Truly amazing.
There's a lot of shots on YouTube, especially if you look up Harry Potter snake door, you'll see a lot of different footage. I think they spent a lot of time on that one.
I agree.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one. So you got 1 out of 2.
I got 1 out of 2.
All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so this is a short one. Just a stairwell. All right? It's very quick, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one has gone around a little bit on social media, so you might already know the answer to this. Okay. But the first question, or the first option, everything is real. So they built the whole stairwell. Only the people are animated, so everything else is real.
That's not it.
Everything is animated. People, the stairwell, everything. Or half is real, half is animated, using a green screen. It's a toughie. It's
It's tough, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's half real, half fake.
Okay.
Because the people definitely aren't animated. At least I don't think most of them are.
Gotcha.
I mean, what movie is this from?
I don't even remember which one. I just know it's from Harry Potter.
Okay, because going back to some of the earlier movies, they're not going to have cloth sims to make clothes move that way.
Okay.
To be dynamic in any way.
Okay.
I mean, they would, but it wouldn't look super great. You'd have to have people in the far distance. Yeah, I'm sticking.
Half
to my guns.
real, half animated. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see what it is. Here it is. All right. So the floor is animated. And check this out. We have a live layer of everything. Even the side doors, though, are all real. Mm-hmm. Only the floor.
But all the people are real.
All the people. They just did different sections. So what they did is they stacked the sections.
Yeah.
So they recorded the stairwell of people on green screen, and then they stacked it together.
Yep.
Isn't that fun?
And then they just painted and made the walls look similar and everything. Yeah. That felt, because the people were too dynamic, but the you could see that the way you could see the way that it went down further and further. It felt
too complex.
It felt too complex unless they had an actual staircase that went all the way down.
Which sometimes they do that. Sometimes. All right, so you got 2 out of 3.
Okay.
2 out of 3. You're on the way. You're on the way. I think we have a total of 6.
Oh no.
So we're halfway there.
I could still lose.
Let me know in the comments where you are, and if you're having fun, give this video a like and subscribe. Really appreciate it.
Also, before we move on, I'd like to let you know.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of VFX artists react by the Corridor Crew, where they break down VFX shots in various movies.
So you might be well prepared
I'm looking for a lot of different stuff.
All right, good.
Whether I'm right or not.
Hey, it's working currently. We're halfway there. You're on top.
All right.
All right, here goes the next one. All right, so this is the end scene. We got Harry Potter running away from Voldemort. All right, right here, this shot. Pay attention to this shot. All right. So basically, there was that one shot that I was pointing out. I know it's real quick. Now, obviously, we have some magic added, but the actual grounding of the film, the actual grounding of the shot itself. Option A, everything is real. Option B, everything but inside the door where everyone's entering is real. Option C, most of it is animated, such as the rocks next to the door, the building they're going into. Most of it's animated, not all of it. And then option number D is the ground is real, but the building, the doorway, everything else is animated. Everything. So just what they're walking on is real. Everything else is green screen. What do you think? What do you think? In the comments.
I'm going to say... that everything is real but inside the door.
Everything is real but inside the door.
That's my answer. That's what I'm going
So just the doorway.
Yeah. Well, right. Everything is real but like what's inside, right? Everything back there.
Yeah. That's so inside of Hogwarts that they're running into, the doorway that everyone's entering. Like you're saying everything is real, practical except that.
I want to watch the video again now, but
I can't rewind it. We're operating on Google Slides over here.
Dang it.
If that's the answer you want, go with it, bro.
Yeah, you know what?
Go with it.
I think I'm going to stick with that answer.
All right, let's go ahead and watch the behind the scenes. The rocks are real. The building is real. Everything but the door. What do you know?
There we go.
You almost
I was backtracked.
Almost backtracked that great answer there.
That was pretty. Yeah.
What did you think? It's hard to tell because Harry Potter does a lot of practical. They do some in between, and they do heavy special effects.
Well,
it's all over the spectrum.
This game kind of. It came about from that time we, last episode when you were looking through some of the images and, you see Harry and you see Slughorn, you see the giant practical spider, but there's green screen behind them for the landscape. And Hagrid's not there.
Yeah.
So.
They add all kinds of stuff.
And you almost can never tell.
They're sneaky.
They're real sneaky.
All right. 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 so far.
3 out of 4 so far. You're on a roll, man.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now.
Tell me.
Hagrid, for the most part, is not real. But when he is, even his face is animatronic.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of times. Even his face is animatronic. I saw some.
I didn't know that.
So hopefully you don't have.
I don't.
Any? Okay.
I don't have any Hagrid things.
All right.
Let's go ahead and go to the 5th option. So we're nearing the end, but we still got 2 very great ones here coming up. All right. Library. Okay, look at those books. Oh, man. All right. So, for that book effect of those floating books putting themselves away, did they use wires? Were they animated books? Were the books animated entirely? Were there green screen shelves? Or was it green screen people? People in green suits. People in green suits. What do you think, Wyatt?
Let's see.
This is a toughie.
It is tough.
It's a real tough. Now, I will say the behind-the-scenes picture that we will show you, I don't have a clip, but I have a picture. It does kind of give it away. This is a popular photo. If you ever Google image Harry Potter behind the scenes, this is like number one picture.
Yeah,
from this scene.
I don't think I've seen that picture, so
okay.
You're hitting me with
with some new
stuff.
All right. What are you gonna say, man?
I think
we got wires, animated books, green screen shelves, green screen people.
It's not green screen people.
Okay.
All the people were real.
Okay.
That's, I think, 100% for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say green screen books.
Like the green screen shelves?
No, the books.
Well, we have. Oh, you mean animated books?
Animated books.
Okay.
One of the like she's holding a green book or a blue book,
okay.
And they're putting tracking software onto it and telling it when it leaves her hand to go up.
Gotcha.
I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
All right, let's watch let's look at the picture. Ready? Here we go.
Oh,
all right.
What? Okay.
Now, I'm going to give you half a point. Now, I was thinking, my answers, like one of them is a half truth.
Uh-huh.
So we have green screen people. That was the full truth.
Green screen
but
people.
Animated books, which is what you went with, although you thought the books were green or blue, and they were fake books. They're real books, but you still chose animated books, and the whole effect of them climbing up to put themselves away. When they climb up, they're animated. Right. But when she's handing them off, like if you notice, one of them, like two of these, so you have three hands here. The one in the middle actually just slides into the shelf. And then the other two work their way up.
Now,
so she's handing books to these. She's handing books to people with green gloves on.
I'll say I can see why I was wrong, because if she's holding a stack of blue or green books and they're having to comp those in,
it's a lot of work.
They're not going to match the way that the books look in her arms.
Yeah.
So or when her hand is holding them, and I guess it's much easier to cut out the green hands than it would be.
You don't even have to cut them out. Yeah. Since they're green, you just select that color. It'll alpha, or it will essentially make a transparent video. Yeah. And all you have to do is animate what was behind them. Some people, if you hold the camera still, or can do an exact movement, so it usually has to be robotic, or a camera that's perfectly still on a tripod.
Yeah.
Then you can just film it empty.
Right.
So when you take the green away, there is a video behind it that's filling in those little green spots. Does that make sense?
Well, it looked like they were using like a truck shot.
Yeah, they were.
So they were going on a rail and they were panning sideways. So if they did that shot several times and got a base of what the stuff looks like behind the hands, it would just take, I guess, a little bit of touch-up work.
Yeah, but knowing how much they use animation, it would not surprise me, especially even with the books floating up and everything, it would not surprise me if they just went ahead and just animated the negative space where those green gloves were, you know? But she still had to hand those practical props to somebody.
That's insane.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
I love the one that they actually didn't animate, where the middle one, it just shows it. She hands it off, and the book just kind of has a nice little bounce smooth pull right in. And that's because the one that's closest to her, go at the bottom, that's an actual practical effect. There was no animation really there.
Very good.
Yeah, it's fun. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't give me any points for that. I answered wrong.
So no points, although there was some book animation. He answered wrong.
So I've got what, 3 out of 5?
3 out of 5.
Okay.
I think we have 2 more.
All right.
We actually have 2 more, not one more.
See.
All right, let's go ahead and get to our final two. Here they come. So we got Harry, Ron, and Hermione climbing out of the water. Mm-hmm. Just walking, having a conversation. And this is a pretty, this is that they just escaped, I think, on a dragon or a bird or some form of creature. And they got a nice sweeping shot. Looks beautiful. Looks like something from New Zealand. So, in this shot, is everything real? Is just the water animated? Is the landscape animated? Or is only the ground they're walking on real? You tell me in the comments. What do you think? Isn't this fun?
This one's tough.
If it's real, it's completely understandable. If it's animated, it's wowing. You know what I mean? It's.
I don't know how to answer this.
You want to just give a random guess? I'm having a grand old time. This is fun.
Everything is real.
I wish someone would do this for me.
Landscape is animated.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't look at the water when they were coming out of it. I really should have. Only the ground is real.
Only the ground, the patch of ground they're walking around on is real.
I don't think that's. I think the water is real.
Think the water's real?
I think.
Or everything could be real. This could just be somewhere in, the UK or even here in the States or in New Zealand, and it's just rolling hills.
Yeah, you're trying to trick me here. You're trying to trick me.
I'm saying it could easily be any of these.
We're going to say landscape animated.
Landscape is animated.
Yeah.
All right. So just the landscape's animated. Let's take a look. Da-da-da. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so does this count as the water is animated?
I think it does. I think everything but the patch of ground they're walking on is animated. Because the reflection in the water,
all
and
that
the
is
rustling
blue.
of the water, that's perfectly still. Everything is animated except the ground that they are walking on.
Mm. You know what? When I said that, that's what I had in my mind. That hill was all that was real. But they were coming up out of water.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the water running past them. I was actually looking at that. Mm-hmm. I was like, there's no way that's 100%.
Well, it was, basically. I mean, everything except the ground they're walking on is real. Is animated.
Yeah.
The water, the style, the blue, the ripples, everything is animated except the ground they're walking on. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
All right, 3 out of 3, my man. Are you going to pull it out?
We'll see. We'll see.
You got it. I mean, you could either win or you could lose because you're competing against yourself.
Right.
It's 50-50 right now.
Competing against people in the comments.
You are. It's 50-50 against, yourself here in this moment.
Here we go.
You ready for this last one?
Final countdown. This is the moment of truth.
Final. All right, here we go. Last clip. Pay attention. Voldemort casting a spell. Pay attention to Voldemort. Pay attention to Voldemort. Pay attention to Voldemort. Okay, so obviously we know this is animated. Mm-hmm. This is not real. And all right, here we go. Everything is fake but Voldemort. Everything. Green screen room. Mm-hmm. Everything is real but the magic that he's casting. So they're like outside. Yeah. And only the magic and the big magic ball is fake, and obviously the close-up of the wand animation. The landscape is animated, but the ground and actors are not. So they're in a green screen room, but they built a practical floor. Everything is real, magic exists. I'm giving this one to you a little bit. I took away one of the answers, obviously, unless you believe in magic, which I practically, I practically
think
do.
this one is similar to the last one. I think the landscape is animated, but the ground and actors are real.
Okay.
So that little butte or overhang that they're standing on is real. The actors are real. All that's real. But everything else around them is green screen.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Let's check it out. Let's watch the clip.
I swear, if it's magic.
If it's magic. All right. As you see, he's casting his spell. The cool thing about this is they even got the flashing of the light and the wind, which is pretty common.
Anytime that they're doing real wind,
it's so fun.
Get to see it behind the scenes. It's awesome.
I love when they have a lot of light flicker. I was gonna include a clip where they're going down to the bank vault, and the trolls or whatever, the bank trolls, they're bringing them down on their little cart.
Oh, the goblins?
The goblins, yeah. And they have the light passing for, all of the vaults and the other carts that are passing them. And all they have are these soft boxes with strobing lights that are just going back and on top of them. So they're shooting shadow side, right?
Interesting.
But on top and on the side that the camera's not on, they have just these strobing lights shooting through a soft box like this. But they're strobing lights. So it's a soft light, but it's still a strobe, like a passing strobe. And they're just up on kind of like this elevated thing with green screen all around them.
Yeah. I really like the scene in, I think I've mentioned this before. Which movie is it? The Goblet of Fire, where Harry and Cedric are running through the maze, and you got the wind blowing and the light flashing.
Yeah.
Everything going on. That's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's basically it that I have for you. I hope you had fun. Please comment. I want to see how many you got right. I want to see your interaction. If you enjoyed this video, once again, if you haven't already, give us a like if you enjoyed it. And if you found entertainment out of this video, and you like the process of guessing and seeing the behind-the-scenes stuff, subscribe to the channel. We worked, a good chunk of time on this, and it's fun. It's for us to enjoy, but it's for you to enjoy as well. So if you'd like to repay us back for a little bit of that work, you could give us a subscribe. It's free. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.